Good afternoon and welcome to Here and Now. Actor Hepburn Graham is easily recognized as Vince Johnson, the lovable rogue from EastEnders. Recently, Hepburn Graham came to the studios and Pogus Caesar asked him if he'd enjoyed playing bad boy Vince.
If I'm totally honest with you, my friend, no.
Tell me why.
Well, if you think about it, an actor goes on stage or on screen in order to express himself or herself. As an actor in EastEnders, and as a black actor on any program in this country, in actual fact, you very rarely get the chance to express yourself. I was in EastEnders for a period of 9 months, which took in 65 episodes. I did 21 of those 65 episodes, which I don't think is a very fair ratio. I was never given my own storyline, and you cannot express yourself without a storyline. So those are the two major factors why I didn't particularly enjoy it. Now, I don't particularly want to play a villain, and when I go in and talk to the producer or the director, I say, listen, I don't want to do this. And they say, well, why not? And I say, it's going to be bad for my image and for black people's image. But they don't care. So all you can do, I mean, I could have gone into EastEnders and worn gold, dreadlocks, the lot. I can only do a certain amount, but at the end of the day, I'm only the monkey and not the organ grinder. So it's up to the organ grinder to sort things out, really.
And is it easy to deal with, like, invasion of privacy? I'm sure when you travel around London or travel around England,
yeah,
people are stopping you all the time, asking for autographs, asking you, what's going to happen in EastEnders. How do you deal with that?
It's an occupational hazard, and you've got to learn to accept it. And so therefore, I don't see the point in being outwardly rude to anybody when they come up and ask for your autograph or ask you, is it you? I tend to be as polite as I can, because if you don't, they go away thinking, oh, I met that guy off EastEnders the other day, and they go and tell their mates that he was not a very nice person, and then you get a knock-on effect. So hopefully by being polite to them, you also get a knock-on effect whereby they all go around saying what a really nice geezer he was.
So, are you a really nice geezer? What's the real Hepburn Graham like?
Of course I'm a nice geezer, Pogus. You know I'm a nice geezer.
I think what a lot of people don't know is that as well as your acting on TV, you've appeared in a lot of feature films like Beako and Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, the latter being with Michael Caine and Steve Martin. Mm-hmm. What's it like working with those people? Do you see it as an experience, or again, is it just a job which pays the rent?
Every acting job is just a job that pays the rent, Pogus. All right, so you meet people like Michael Caine and Steve Martin, but at the end of the day, they're only people. I have never ever been a person who is particularly impressed by someone's title or by their name or by what they've done. I will treat everybody exactly the same, and that's the way I think most people should be. It's a job. That's all it is. It's another job.
Now, in the past, what kind of other jobs did you used to have? Because, again, many people would say they didn't just get into acting, they did a variety of things. What about yourself? Was it humble beginnings you're coming from?
Of course, we all come from humble beginnings, Pogus. You were an embroy once, remember that?
I do remember that, thank you very much, sir.
But humble beginnings, yeah. I mean, I started, I suppose, to have an interest in acting at the age of 13 when I appeared in the school play called Scrooge, and I played old Joe the Ragabone Man, and I had one line in that, but I got a big laugh on it, and from that day I thought, well, hey, maybe I can make it as an actor. So I went for it, and I joined the Amateur Dramatic Society, and I received very good reviews during plays I did there, and people encouraged me to maybe go to drama school and so on and so forth. But during my drama school years, I had to finance myself, and in order to do that, I took on many menial jobs. Like, when I was at drama school, you would go home during the summer vacation or Easter vacation and earn money anywhere you could. And so I would go home to Oxford and do most of these jobs, yeah. But, like, for instance, just before doing EastEnders, I was on a building site because I had to feed myself.
I think it's very difficult in a way because people think, you know, the acting profession, it's easy, and they see you suddenly in a role, you know, and you're wham bam on their television screens. I mean, is it as easy as that? Does work come easier? Will work be easy for you now?
Pogus, as a black man, work never comes easy. So I don't really know that I can answer that question any further. It's not easy, no. It's not easy for any actor. I mean, unless you are Michael Caine or Steve Martin or of that ilk, you don't get scripts coming through your door every minute of the day. I don't think Eddie Murphy gets scripts coming through his door every minute of the day, so it's not easy, and it's doubly difficult if you're a black man, as you well know, I'm sure.
So are you in a position now to refuse scripts?
I do refuse scripts these days, but only when I can afford to refuse scripts.
You keep coming back to this thing about money.
Yeah, you have to earn money. I mean, if you didn't earn money, you wouldn't be living in a house, would you? You wouldn't be wearing that suit. You wouldn't be doing this job, would you? Let's face it.
Yeah, one thing which I've read and I find absolutely fascinating is your quest for, and it seems as though it's a personal and maybe I can say a one-man crusade to let the black people in England get to know much more about themselves, to uplift themselves. When did you take on this mantle, or is it something which has always been in you?
As a child, my mother instilled in all of us self-respect, self-dignity. And she always used to say to me, you are no better than any other white man or black man on this earth, but neither are they any better than you. So always hold your head up high. And from a very early age, I was introduced to Martin Luther King, the teachings of Martin Luther King. And they had a profound effect on me. And it's something that I've been following ever since, my history. And as the years have gone on, I felt a greater and greater urge to get up and say something about it. Now, people say to me, well, aren't you just play acting at being another Martin Luther King or Malcolm X or whatever? I don't know. All I know is that Martin Luther King got his inspiration from Mahatma Gandhi. But nobody went around saying, oh, there's another Mahatma Gandhi. You know, we all take inspiration from somewhere. I take it from people like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Nelson Mandela. And if I can achieve in my lifetime 1/10 of what they've achieved, then I'll die a very happy man. But if I find myself still being an actor in 20 years' time, I will die an unhappy man. Because as an actor, I don't think you can make a great contribution to the world and the way people think as an orator or as an individual. Or you said earlier on about me on a one-man crusade. It's only a one-man crusade at the moment simply because a lot of black people don't want to know. And out of 100 black people I talk to about their history, our history, 1 in 100 is positive, the other 99 are negative. So at the moment it looks like a one-man crusade, but in time it won't be, because we all need to do it together. In unity there is strength.
Hepburn Graham, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Pogus.